Hi, I'm Jillian Schott,
And I'm Ben Giuliano.
and we're insect scientists here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Insects are the most diverse animal group on the planet. Experts estimate that there are millions of species of insects, and we find new species every day.
Insects have 6 key traits that help us tell them apart from other animals. These include 3 body segments, which are known as the head, thorax, and abdomen, an exoskeleton, or a hard outer shell that supports and protects the insect's body, 6 legs for moving around, 1 pair of antennae used to gather information from their environment, 1 pair of compound eyes, composed of thousands of tiny vision units that work together to help the insect see, and 2 pairs of wings, though sometimes these get modified or lost through evolution. Insects are one of 3 groups of animals which can fly, sharing the sky with birds and bats.
In this video, we're going to talk about native Wisconsin insects from 4 big groups: flies, or Diptera,
Beetles, or Coleoptera,
dragonflies and damselflies, or Odonata,
and the group that includes bees, wasps, and ants, or Hymenoptera.
There are many others, but we picked these 4 because of their diversity, their importance in nature, and their recognizability. Flies are amazing. When people think of flies, they often think of annoying house flies or mosquitoes, but flies are actually incredibly important to the environment. We have about 30 species of fly in Wisconsin. Flies are food for a lot of animals, reptiles, amphibians, and birds to name a few. Flies perform a lot of services for their environment. Some flies, like this beautiful blowfly, are decomposers. That means that they help break down waste and dead material in nature. If decomposers didn't perform this important role, there would be a lot of gross stuff around. This important service helps keep nature working and prevents disease. Another important service insects provide is pollination, the transfer of material from one flower to another, which allows fruit to form. Flies help with this too. This syrphid fly is in a family of flies which pollinate a lot of the same flowers that bees do. Do you notice how much this fly seems to resemble a bee? That's to trick other animals into thinking this fly is actually a bee with a stinger, but really this fly is totally harmless. It's mimicking, or copying, other insects to trick their enemies into thinking they're dangerous. Most flies are completely harmless and really interesting to look at, if you can catch one.
Beetles are not only one of the most diverse groups of insects, but with almost 400,000 species described by scientists, they make up about a quarter of all known animal species. Beetles are usually easy to tell apart from other insects by the presence of a hard outer shell, known as their elytra. With so much diversity in the beetle group, it's no wonder that you can find some kind of beetle in almost any habitat, eating almost anything. One type of beetle you're probably familiar with are ladybugs. That's right, even though we call them bugs, they're actually a type of beetle. Beetles in this family are typically round, with colorful, spotted markings, and can be important predators of crop pests. Some species found in Wisconsin are native, such as the pink lady beetle, while others come from faraway places, like the Asian lady beetle. You may call the insects you see glowing on a warm summer night fireflies, lightning bugs, or glow worms, but they are actually beetles too. These insects are from a family called Lampyridae, which is easy to remember because they light up like a lamp. They have special proteins in their abdomen that allow them to do this, which helps them find a mate. Beetles can also live in the water, like this big, shiny water scavenger beetle. As larvae, they may eat other small water insects, snails, or even small fish. As adults, they feed on live or decaying plants. They can also produce noises by rubbing their bellies.
Dragonflies and damselflies are awesome! We have a little over 100 species of dragonflies and damselflies in Wisconsin. Dragonflies are usually larger than damselflies and hold their wings out to the side when they land. Damselflies are usually smaller than dragonflies, and they rotate their wings back over their body when they land. That's how you can tell the two apart. This group has some of the best flyers in the insect world, and that's because of the special way their wings are formed. Most insects have 4 wings, with the front pair connected and the back pair connected to save on energy. With dragonflies and damselflies, each wing can move individually, which means they can turn in any direction quickly and precisely, an unusual ability among insects. You may recognize this group by their large eyes. This also helps with flying and catching prey. That's right, these are hunters. Without hunters like these insects, food chains would become unbalanced, and some of the things they hunt would overrun a habitat. Dragonflies and damselflies are important to their communities and really fun to watch fly.
Bees are one type of insect that lots of people get excited about, and with good reason. Bees are important pollinators that contribute to the production of tasty fruits and vegetables, as well as the preservation of beautiful flowers and other wild plants across our landscapes. When you think of bees, you probably think of honeybees, which are managed by humans, live in large colonies or hives, and produce tasty honey. Or you might think of bumblebees, the big, fuzzy, black and yellow bees you see on flowers in your garden. However, there are many other types of wild bees. In Wisconsin alone, we have around 400 unique species. Many of these, like this shiny green agapostemon bee, are solitary, meaning they don't live in large colonies. Instead, individual bee moms create their own nests in the ground, in old logs or branches, or even inside buildings. Bees are part of a larger group that also includes wasps and ants. While wasps and ants may not be as popular as bees, they also do very important jobs in the environment. Many species of wasps are predators or parasites, which makes them valuable contributors to the control of insect pests. Some wasps also pollinate. Ants dig tunnels that help aerate and add structure to the soil, which helps plants grow. They can also disperse plant seeds, decompose waste, and serve as food for other animals. Thank you, Hymenoptera, for all that you do for us and for our environment.